Hi everybody. Today I got in the mood to do some collage in the old way that I always used to do it. So like with a lot going on and doodling and color and pattern and a whole bunch of different collage. So I always tended to do those in handmade books. And I knew I had one that wasn't finished, but it turns out I have more than one that's not finished, and I don't know why. This one I thought was a completed one, but it must be a different one that's somewhere else that's completed, because I know I have a finished one. So this one, I love the cover, and there are some pages done in it. So like very busy, a lot going on, a lot to find. Like I find this very fun. This one's a little more simple. That one I painted, and then the rest is collage. And then all the rest is blank. And then I have this one, and that's all I have done in it. I love this. So, yeah, there's nothing else done in this one. I don't know why, unless I was in the mood to make an album. Who knows with me? I tend to start a lot of things and not finish a lot of things, so it's very me that this is going on. So I'm going to work in the one that has more pages done, so hopefully we can get to a point of a finished album. And I'm noticing it looks like I'm doing a thing where I have a striped border on every page, which I do remember I used to have a whole bunch of strips already like ready to go. Now if I still have that, I have no idea where it is, so I'll just make more. I don't know if I want a page that has something to it. I have options, but I will show you. I have some images picked out already, and I will use more, but I wanted to get I don't know, just so many images so I had something to build from. Okay, as I was getting my images, I found this on the floor, and I think that's going to have to get used. I don't have anything picked out from these books yet, but I'm pretty certain I'll end up pulling small images from these two. This one is really thin. I've used a lot in there. Okay, so from Abstract Menagerie, I pulled these. I was just thinking, you know, for some color, like it'll get cut up, and I don't know if I'll use it in strips or what, but I pulled those two sheets out. And then from Pet Nanigans, I just got a couple cats. And then from Bad Mood Muffins, I got this one. And I got this one because I was thinking of the moon and the stars and stuff. And maybe even possibly that. And I got this and this guy. And then I thought, like, once he's cut out, maybe he could go on a candlestick. I don't know. We'll see. And that's all I have picked out so far. So I only kept them separated so I could tell you what albums they came from. But now that I've told you, I'm just going to gather them and put these books away. I don't think I need those yet. I will when I'm cutting. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut these images out before I decide on colors for the background and what pages I want to use in the book. And I'm not going to film me cutting out images. Okay, so I have my images cut, and this is my biggest one, and I don't know if I'm going to use it as a whole like this. I may just cut this one off and just use that. I may not use any of it. I don't know. But let me get some stuff out of the way here. I feel like I can hear my husband saying, "You should clean up after every project." So I have the cats, whatever that is, some candlesticks and a moon. I didn't cut out all the stars because I'll wait until I go to use them, if I do. I really like this as a whole though. And if I'm doing a 2-page spread, I mean, it's nice for it to take up a whole bunch of space. So what I'm wondering is, do I want to do it on a page like this where it has this floppy interrupting, which I can already tell I don't want. I could do it on here where I have like a really big spread to work on, which may be a good idea. Or then just a 2-page. And I'm going for this spread. I don't think I'm going to be able to get... Oh, there we go. I can get it all. I'm hoping in my new art space I can situate things so I never have my island like with stuff on it that is like permanently on it, and only have whatever it is I'm working with at the moment. There's no reason why I can't. Even now in this current art room, there's no reason why I can't. So, goals for the next space. And I kept some of the scraps too because of the color, or maybe I want to cut something out of it or use it for a border. I really don't know. Like, because we know the colors go. I have no idea where this is going. Not a clue. And just because it's cut doesn't mean I have to use it either. For some reason I really like the idea of his head being on a candlestick. Look on that one. Her paper has changed, so I don't know if it'll stick now. Nope, doesn't even come off. It's the only thing I don't like. But that is not enough to deter me from using Collage Soup. Not in a long shot. I wonder if I had another crazy head. I don't even know why I want to use the muffin and how. It was a car I was looking for, but I wanted to be going that way, but I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. I don't want to go searching through all the books looking for a car. So, this one does go that way, and it only has a little bit chopped off. I hate messing that eye. If I use one of the other ones, I don't. I mean, there's lots of eyes in a lot of books. There's that blue one too, which would probably stand out more. And it only messes up a small eye. Does that stand out a whole lot? When I cut something out, I look at the back side and see if there's anything I really like. Like, I know it's been gouged, but I could still possibly find a way to use it. And don't forget, if you do the scrap journal like I do, it can also go in there. Now, I won't keep these kinds of scraps. This guy may not get used on this page. I may have to save him for another spread, which is okay. So I'm really liking this combo. There's another one of those eyes. I think Stranger Than Fiction and Makes You Go are my most used collage books, and that kind of quirky style that I like. And then I love the, I think it's Flower Power, for when I do something a little less quirky. And is it The Eyes Have It or In the Grin? Both of those, one with eyes and one with smiles. I love those two as well. Those are my favorite books. The ones I tend to grab. I'm always drawn to this guy too. I love this page. I love all the faces. See, not a whole lot left in that book either, because I really have used it up. I Spy an Eye. That's what it is. Okay, so I printed out a whole bunch of, not Collage Soup, Mischief Circus images from a whole bunch of different designers. and it's no longer around, so there's no point in me telling you what it's from, and plus I can't remember which ones they're from, so don't even ask. Just know it's no longer available for purchase, so it doesn't really matter. So I printed those out so I can use them on this, and again, I'm not going to record me cutting them out, so I will be back when that's all done. Okay, so I have all the cutting done. Lots and lots of cutting. When I brought this over to my computer when I was looking at the images that I had, so I could get an idea of possibilities, and for some reason I saw this up in the corner, like instead of a sunshine, it was like a face. Not to say it's going to stay there, but it's a thought. Then I pictured this kitty. I definitely could have made that bigger. The crown on his head. Possibly a plane flying. Now, I printed out a car, but I also printed out wheel options for the car that I already have there. And I thought what was in that bowl was kind of boring, so I thought I could add some berries to that bowl. I thought this could be made more interesting by making it into like a house. Gotta find the right images. I also printed off some pieces that I might use for the border. It's just options. And that was another option I printed to replace the car. So I printed that as an option, that as an option. Here's a couple more wheel options. That's another option. And I wanted something to cover this up where a part of it was missing. So I printed off a jukebox as an option. Also some donuts and a bulldog. I printed out options. I also printed this out because I was wondering if I wanted to change his shirt. No, I don't. That crown is so tiny. See, I didn't think I was going to have room for another window, and I could have. And I don't want to print out just one window. Okay, so this car, I could keep the car and add those for wheels, which look fine. Buttons for wheels, that also looks fine. I think that might stand out a bit more than the blue car. I just find the blue car for some reason doesn't get noticed very much. That one gets noticed, but I'm wondering if it's too big. printed off the parrot thinking it was going to be at the table. I'm not exactly sure what I was going to do. Now I'm thinking maybe it could go on the car. Thought about putting a bulldog there because it looks like he's looking at everything that's going on over there. And I printed a few houses, but I was thinking, like I was picturing this as like a big hill or a mountain, and there's like a winding road going up. So it doesn't have to be winding roads, but I thought I could tuck houses in there. Again, like I said, these were just options to play with. Like I would cut and like piece them in somewhere if I wanted to add them, which I'm not sure if I do. I don't know what's gonna go on here. Okay, this is just a general idea. I'm going to take a picture. And now, choose a color. I'm feeling pink. Like a, maybe even a corally pink if I can achieve it. Okay. Also, I want to do, I don't want to go searching for my black and white striped paper for a border, and I want to continue with the black and white striped border since all the other pages have it. Oops, I'm losing my pieces. So, excuse my reach here on the camera. I'm going to make a sheet of that as well. Okay. So I think what I might use, there's a, and it actually might look a little more orange. I don't really care for this color on its own, and I'm pretty sure I've said this in another video, but when you add white, it is beautiful. But then I was thinking I wanted it a bit more pinkish. I don't know what this will look like. I'm going to try adding a drop of fluorescent pink. All I can do is try. Can't see in there, so I'm assuming it's shook up. I don't want to get other pages. See, this is why I need an island that's cleared off. I can't wait to start the new art space and like bring you guys along with it. And I know you're not here, but it makes it feel like you're a part of the process. And that makes it more fun. Just in case. I'm gonna give it some water. These are golden paints, so they're more fluid. I don't know why I shook that. I think I'm going to need more than that, but this one I shake because there's a ball. I don't know what this will be like. Now, I had a big paintbrush out yesterday. Kind of worried what I did with it because it might be dried out. Oh, Denise. I can't find my blue paper towel. You guys, I need help. I am such a mess. I can't find anything. Oh, it's in the drawer. Must have fell down. I still don't know what a paintbrush is, but I have a big one here. Might be dirty with other colors though. I have no idea what this combo is going to look like, you guys. I'm kind of worried. Ooh. Kind of not worried. This is like exactly what I wanted. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. And I don't think I'm going to need more. Dirty paintbrush showing. dirty paintbrush is showing. Okay. I am loving that color. So, in case you're interested, it's Pyrrole Orange, Fluorescent Pink, and Titanium White. That is the combo. Now, while that dries, we will make some stripey paper. So it's super simple what I'm going to do. Simply going to take a Posca marker and draw stripes. I'm going to draw them this way. I think I will turn the paper that way. Now, they don't need to be perfectly straight, but I know if I don't use a ruler, they will be like way off. Ooh, that is really dry. It's not a huge deal if I can't use one end of the paper. I'm wondering if I'm making these wide enough. That's not the book. Yeah, the lines seem to be a bit thicker. See how I cannot go in a straight line. That one wasn't too bad. Now I just need to cut strips like that to get my border pieces. Oh my goodness. Look at that against that color. Gorgeous. I'm going to give this more time to dry.